This is Valley News Live at noon.
We have new information on a police standoff in South Fargo. 2 people are now in jail after SWAT surrounded that home. Around 6 this morning, Red River Valley SWAT team, Fargo Police, and Cass County Drug Task Force went to the 900 block of 5th Street South in Fargo for a high-risk search warrant. Police and SWAT used a flashbang to try and get the people out. Eventually, authorities detained multiple people outside of the home. Police say only 2 were arrested for the warrants. Right now, police are not releasing who was arrested or why. Let's get a check of your weather now. That live look outside in our South Fargo sky cam. Kind of overcast today. Summer Schnellbach will let us know if that sticks around for the rest of our Tuesday. Good afternoon, Summer.
Good afternoon, Jordan, and thank you all for joining us. Yeah, it's a little cloudy as we head into our lunchtime hour. We've got a cold front just approaching the Fargo area, and so far it's brought some areas of rain to the valley. Those showers are now exiting off into central and northeastern Minnesota, but we're still dealing with some of that cloud cover behind it. Notice some sunshine up in the Devil's Lake Basin, up towards Langdon, even Grand Forks seeing some sunshine here shortly. We will see some clearing here in Fargo shortly as well, but for now we're going to be cloudy for the next hour or so. The wind is now shifting northwesterly once the front passes. So actually it has passed in Fargo. That wind is now out of the northwest. Hasn't yet made it to Detroit Lakes or Fergus Falls. You can see that wind is still from the southwest. So that front is making its way right through the Central Valley right now. Most of the shower activity has been ahead of that front. Jordan, temperatures now are on the cool side in the 60s and 70s. I'll let you know how much we might warm up, but when we could see additional shower and thunder chances today.
All right, we'll check back in. Summer, thank you. More police training is happening in the region that you need to know about. Tonight, the Cass County Sheriff's Department will have active shooter training at Maple Valley Schools in Tower City. That goes from 6 to 9. And in Fergus Falls, police and SWAT are doing training around the M State campus. That's going from 3 to 6. You'll notice more patrol cars and emergency responders in those areas while that training is happening. 2 former Minneapolis police officers convicted of violating George Floyd's civil rights will be sentenced separately on federal charges tomorrow. J. Alexander King and Tu Thao will be sentenced in back-to-back hearings in the morning. King, Thao, and their colleague Thomas Lane were convicted in February of violating Floyd's rights by depriving him of medical care as he was pinned under Derek Chauvin's knee. Floyd repeatedly said that he couldn't breathe. King held Floyd's back, Lane held his feet, and Thao kept bystanders back. A Twin Cities teenager whose investigation led to the shooting of Amir Locke during a no-knock raid was sentenced to 16 years in prison for murder. Miki Speed admitted to bringing a gun to buy marijuana from a man and ended up killing him. Locke was killed when police were searching for Speed in a Minneapolis apartment. Gummies and chews will soon be available to patients certified in Minnesota to take cannabis for medical conditions. They'll be available in the state's dispensaries starting on August 1st. That's already this coming Monday. The State Office of Medical Cannabis says having multiple delivery methods for medication is desirable for patients who have trouble swallowing a pill. These gummies will be about double the amount of THC from hemp in food and drink that's now legal under a new state law that legalized edibles for the general public. President Joe Biden's health is on the rebound after testing positive for COVID-19. The president met virtually with advisors on Monday, and while his voice remains hoarse, his doctors say his COVID symptoms are almost completely resolved. The president says he is undergoing a series of nightly tests to monitor his condition, and he hopes to return to work in person by the end of the week. We begin with we have some life-threatening danger in the western half of the U.S. Massive wildfires are fueled by some hot, dry conditions. Crews are desperately working to contain the state's largest wildfire of the year. Jonathan Vigalotti is in Mariposa County near Yosemite National Park.
At least 17,000 acres have been scorched across Central California, where the Oak Fire has many communities facing potential devastation.
This is not normal.
Thousands of residents are under evacuation orders as the fire leaves a trail of destruction, devouring at least 55 structures, while at least 3,200 homes remain under threat.
The fire was coming quickly. It was now or never. We had to go.
Nearly 3,000 firefighters from all over the state were brought into the steep terrain to battle the flames that scientists link to climate change.
You have really hot weather, 100+ temperatures. You have a lot of unburned fuel that was mainly attributed to the beetle kill in the last few years and extreme drought conditions.
Similar dry conditions are causing havoc nationwide. In Alaska, more than 530 wildfires have burned an area the size of Connecticut. In Texas, dramatic images of a neighborhood engulfed in flames show just how quickly a wildfire can spread. At least 15 homes in this Dallas suburb of Balch Springs were destroyed yesterday after a rotary cutter started a brush fire.
It's just stuff, but it's still amazing to see what survives.
Back here in California, Steve and Andrea Ward came back to see their home after watching it burst into flames live on local news.
It's just amazing that that trunk is still right there too. I mean, this is amazing.
And the Oak Fire is currently 16% contained. Fire officials say they hope to have this fire fully contained by the weekend. Jonathan Vigliotti, CBS News, Mariposa County, California.
To some better news, you have just a few hours left to get your winning ticket for $800 million. Tonight there will be a drawing for the fourth largest prize in Lotto history. The popular cash option would pay out a lump sum of $470 million. There has not been a big winner now in 3 months, though 4 ticket holders did win at least $1 million during a drawing last week. Coming up at noon, riding out a possible recession, the advice on getting through the rocky economy. But first, we could see a few more showers as we head through the day. Summer Schnellbach is in tracking that possibility.